Keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with the remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students.
Welcome dear students of Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. Standard 4th. Today our subject is EVS 1 and we are going to discuss something very important, that we have to ask the question to ourselves. Are we endangering our environment? What this lesson heading tells us. Let's see in this lesson. Look at the pictures, students. There are two pictures telling something special about it. One picture 20 years ago and another one is today's scenario. What is the difference in these two pictures? Yes, 20 years ago there were open fields around the city. Today there are new colonies there. There was a big spreading tree near the railway gate, right? And different kinds of birds and insects lived happily in the tree. You can see in the left hand side picture, right? Where have those birds and insects gone today? Have a look on this. What similarities do you find between a city, a village, and a forest? Everywhere. Similarities is what? Number of trees are more in forest, in village lesser than forest, and in city very few. What difference do you find between them? Yes, if we observe it carefully, we come to know that city is very crowded. Vehicles are more, people are so many. In villages, there are less polluted area. Vehicles are less. In the forest, very pleasant environment. Yes, students, these are the differences. Man is more intelligent than all other animals. He makes use of his intelligence to make his life more comfortable. Correct? All living things make use of what they need. But only man can carefully study the things in the environment, and he produces new things from materials in the environment. Whatever the resources available, he produces new things from that material. Let us see how. Yes, after seeing this picture, you will tell, yes, progress is what? People started using the vehicles, transportation, different modes of transportation. Correct. This is a story of about 150 years ago. Researchers found out how to use mineral oil. Correct. Man now had a new and useful fuel to use. He then invented some vehicles that would run on his new fuel. This includes the motor car, bus, truck, and scooter. They also developed railway engines that would run on coal. Previously, if one had to travel to another town, one had to walk or a ride horseback or on a bullock cart. Yes, you might have seen in the village or in your native place. Various animals were used to carry burdens to draw the carts. Now, scenario has changed. We go by bus or train, railways that help us to save both time and the labor. Correct? We take up various schemes to make our life easier and prosperous. We build dams to satisfy our needs for water. Correct? This way, people have invented many more things. Let's see. Because of the development, in the last 60 years, the population of our country has tripled. It is still growing and growing. So the demand for all those things that we need to take from the environment has increased many times over because of the population explosion. Yes, because of the population increase, people could not get employment in villages. So they began to leave and to go to the cities in search of work. Cities become crowded and the population in the cities grew beyond limits. Cities begin to experience a shortage of water. There were not enough houses for everybody. Yes, students? Yes, there were not enough houses for everybody. So people could not find a place to stay. There used to be open space and fields around the cities. New colonies came up there, and to build these new houses and colonies, the trees there had to be cut down. In cities, one has to travel long distance to get to work. So people in the cities began to buy vehicles that runs on fuel, right? And these vehicles spew smoke as they are driven around, and because of this smoke the environment is getting polluted. Even people is finding difficulty in breathing. Asthma and other lung disorders begin to increase because the number of trees becoming lesser and lesser. Trees have been banished from cities, so birds do not find place to build their nest. They also find the smoke in the city's area troublesome. They are no longer sure of getting water when they are thirsty. We are talking about the animals and the birds. So there were very fewer and fewer birds in cities now. The number of butterflies and other insects is also falling. Yes, as the population is growing, we find the scarcity of water. Now, what is the scarcity of water? Water is an important need of all living things. Yes, we use water for keeping ourselves and our house clean, for cooking, farming, industry, and many more uses are there. As the rainy season ends, the water in the river decreases. Water in wells too recedes, and their water barely lasts up to the month of March the following year. And later, in summer, many villages faces a scarcity of water, that is a shortage of water. Now, what would be the solution for this? How we can get the water after the month of March? It means in the month of April and May. Let's see. Yes, this is a modern method of storing the water. People settle only where water is available from one sources or the other. The population keeps growing. The rainfall, however, remains the same. So there is shortage of water. Much of rainwater flows away unused because the roads, the floor, or the surface of the earth is of concrete. The water is not getting sipped into the ground. So we begin to build dams to store rainwater and use it later. Later means after the month of March. Some people begin to use bore wells, right, rather than draw wells. Some people began to use bore wells rather than draw wells and to use hand pumps to lift the water. Then pumps that work mechanically or on diesel or electricity were invented. Now, the use of such pumps has become widespread. Many places they are using the pumps or the electric machines to draw the water from the bore wells. Right? The population has so greatly increased that now every summer we face severe water scarcity. But one more problem is there. Another problem that the population growth caused was that of availability of food. The food produced in the country began to fall short of the needs of the growing population because the population keep on growing. So we need to increase the food production also. So our scientists developed improved method of farming. Previously, means in olden method, farmers would grow only one crop in the year. But now they can take two or even three crops every year. As a result, food production increased. But so did the demand for water for agriculture also increased. Observe the picture, student. These are the traditional method of drawing water. Drawing water means taking out the water from the well. Both the pictures are the same. Why and how they were drawing the water? Let us learn about some traditional method of drawing water from the wells. Now in the Konkan region there are groves of coconut, betel nut and bananas. They are watered using the water wheels to lift water from the wells. A horizontal beam is placed over the mouth of the well. You can see in the left hand side picture. It supports a large wooden wheels which turns around, and this wheel is called the rahat. And several pots you can see are fixed on the wheels, and they are the gadge. When the wheels turns, the chain of the pots turns with it. One by one, they dip into the water in the well and get filled as they come up. As the wheels turns, each pot turns over and the water gets poured into a channel. From there, it is taken to the grooves and the water wheels is turned with the help of a bullock or a male buffalo. Such water wheels or rahat gadge are still in use in some places in the Konkan region. This is the traditional method. We can say it's old. 150 years ago also people were using such method. That is why it is called as the traditional method of drawing water, and few rahat gadge still in use. Let's see one more example of traditional method of drawing water. In other parts of Maharashtra, a moat was in use for lifting water. A moat is a large leather bag. It is lowered into the water at the end of a rope. When it is full, it is lifted out of the well and the water is used for the fields. Now for this, bullocks move to and fro on a ramp to the help lower the bag and lift it up. The moat is used in very few places now. This is also one of the method of drawing the water from the wells. Yes, students. So in this lesson we have studied so many new things, right? And the olden method also. Students, play, learn and grow together. Happy learning, students.